He's like, well, I gotta go over to Tampa General. I'm like, oh, is everything good? He's like, oh, my daughter, she got a bleed in her brain. Huh? Hi. Do you like my moo? I know it's a gift from my sister. My big sister got me this. Isn't it so pretty? Welcome back to another video. I'm so very happy that you're here. I can't tell you how very happy I am that you can't. Not only did you come back, you've been rocking with me. Thank you. We're now in the month of May, which is month 2 of this content creation thing. This crazy thing that I'm doing. God is good. God is good. Still in the thick of it. Still in the thick of it. But God is always good no matter what happens. All the time. And all the time, God is good. I'm very happy that you're here. I'm so excited to get into this video because I feel like this video is something that will interest y'all. Every video that I make should be something that interests y'all because I work hard. I try. I literally just watched this lady just like stand there and brush her teeth and get like 1 million likes, and I just was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Like sometimes I joke about how like I can quit everything I'm doing right now and just go bust it down on a stripper pole. I could. Y'all think I would make some money? No? Am I cooked? Okay, that's fair. For those of y'all who are new here, I am Stachios 7. Was that 4 sevens? Let's say one more. 7. And you can call me Stash or Stashy. If you are here, you are now a Stashino. Make it official. Join the family. Stashinos are citizens or national of Stachios Nation. Again, I am Stachios. Welcome. Buckle in. Get your favorite snack. Let me tell you this story. Story time. So this story is from 2-3 years ago. I don't remember. I used to work at this place called Chick-fil-A. Insert picture because I don't want to get sued. Anyway, it had nothing to do with the place itself, but more so with the area I was in. I'm gonna give you a couple of hints, and I bet you that you can guess exactly what state I was in at the time. It's a very popular place, right? I was about to give you a very dead giveaway, but I won't. Very popular place. It's a place where when you read a headline, you immediately think, I wonder if this person is from this state. And you see the name and you're like, oh yeah, makes sense. It's not the other one that you're thinking. It's the first one that you were thinking of. You got it? You guessed it? You got it? I'm gonna give you a second. Jeopardy music. If you guessed the wonderful, amazing, way down south state of Florida, you were 100% right. I was in Florida, specifically in Tampa Bay. And I will say, I miss the little life that I was building there, low-key. I miss the friends I had made. I miss like the vibes that we had. I miss how cheap everything was. Somebody was paying about $400 in rent, and she was complaining how expensive. I was like, and I was going to school in Massachusetts at the time. So imagine, and I was driving around with one of my friends in Tampa, and then somebody literally just stared at him while they drove past him on the highway. He was like, road rage, and I was like, that's road rage to you? Ooh, maybe I should move here. Y'all kept telling me, you should move here. And as much as I love them, you know how everybody has just that one place they want to live? And for me, Florida just wasn't it. For me, I just wanted to come back home to Georgia. I'm from here. I wanted to come back home, and I've never felt as at peace as I do when I'm here. I love this freaking city. Man, I love how crazy people are. And I also live in the hood, so it's a special kind of vibe. Hood people are always trying to make sure that you are good. And that's what I love about them. You treat them like people, they treat you like people. Because guess what? They are people too. People drive by and stare at us like we're caricatures. Like we're freaking not human. We are human. And people like to be treated like human beings. That's why they're always rocking with me. And I rock with them. So one time after work, which I had to take the public bus, I still take the public bus because I don't have a car. The life of a pedestrian is it's a miserable one. This is my hand. I had my hand replaced with a robot hand. It's my new hand now. The life of a pedestrian in this world is so miserable because there's nobody that hates you more than somebody who has to stop for you to cross the road in their car. And it's crazy because I'm on my 2 feet because I can't afford that luxury that you are sitting in. A lot of y'all don't realize this, but having a car is a luxury. Lord have mercy. I was waiting on the bus after a shift one time. Busch Gardens is obviously huge. So when you're sitting at the bus stop, you can see all the way up the road, all the way down the road, which is it's just really, really big. Imagine really big. So it was this really, really long sidewalk. And I remember I seen this dude coming from afar, and he looked like he was beat up. And I was like, dang. So I remember I was sitting there, and for 30 minutes I kept walking. I kept watching him walking and walking. I was like, he's been walking for a minute, and I just kept looking back and seeing him. I was like, okay, all right, chilling. Then literally, like, I think after 45 minutes, he finally made up to the bus stop. And this is another thing I really love about being down south. Just like a little bit of a shout out to those of y'all who are like deeper south. How are y'all doing? Yeah, my fellow melanated majesties. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Because I love being here in my state. I mean, I'm south, but I'm not farther south. Those of y'all who are in the deep south, who grew up in the deep south, how let me give you a hug. Come here. There. It's okay, okay? Come home to Atlanta. I promise you. Take it from Stashy. What you see on the internet is not real. No, 90% of the men are not DL. No, the women are not scary baddies. No, everything you're seeing is just a very small subset, a loud minority. And I keep trying to tell y'all, Atlanta is a wonderful place to be. Visit. I got you. I'll take you around the city. We're going to take the MARTA so you can see. It adds to the charm of the city, actually. How hellish it is to try to take public transportation makes the city even more amazing. I promise you. Slide. I got you. So he finally makes it up to the bus stop. And he has no... So he finally makes it up to the bus stop, and I noticed one thing or two things immediately. One of them is that he has no teeth in his mouth. The second one being that he looks a little beat up. But I'm like, you know what? I was so used to being a northerner, and I wasn't even a real northerner for real, like up north. Because up north, everybody's cold and mean, and very if it's again coming from a culture that's very community based and family based, and then coming to America is the biggest culture shock ever, because it's like back in Ghana when I was in school in Ghana, like in college, when you make friends every day. Like, let me tell you, when you work on a project with somebody, like in college or high school, that person immediately becomes your friend. That's how it is. So coming here and then you spend months working on something closely on something with somebody, and then after you're done, they never speak to you again. It was very shocking to me. I was like, I have your number. I know where you live. Like, we're not friends. But in the South, we have that kind of community. Everywhere you go, people talk to you. And I love that. I love that every day people are talking to me, and I talk back. And I was like, why? Side note again. This is what I talk about in my my first commentary video. Check it out. I'm gonna insert it right here. Check it out on my channel. Why is it always the people who are like chopped, no shade, and just people who are, who always feel comfortable approaching? But you know what I get from the fine men? This is what I get. That's it. A quick side eye, and I'm like, am I that chopped? Do I scare them? Do they look at me and be like, oh, she's chopped, and look away instantly? Like, but then the other ones who got 16 baby mamas and no teeth in their mouth, were like, hey, shawty, what's your name? Well, first of all, why do you think you can talk to me? Huh? Why do you think you can talk to me? And the 6 foot, fine, strong man with a nice face just side-eyes me and keeps walking. Why? Why is this society so messed up? Anyway, that's not why we're here. So Regin walks up. He walks up to the bus stop, and he's like, oh, these bugs. Another thing about Florida that I really hated was the bugs. It was roaches and freaking mosquitoes everywhere. And on top of that, every single body of water had some sort of gator in it. So if you ever see a body of water, don't enter it in Florida. Don't go near it. I mean, so many gators. Oh my goodness. The first time I saw a gator up close in person was in this lady's neighborhood. We went to visit her in the neighborhood, and I saw a body of water, and I thought it was cool. And she said, oh, look over there. There's a gator just sunning and funning, just laying there. And it was normal to them. But I had so many questions. Where did it come from? Why is there a gator in a body of water in a gated community? And it was just normal to them. So he's like, oh, these dang bugs, huh? And I'm like, tell me about it. I've done everything I can to get him to stop biting me. He's like, I know. And then he just sits down on the ground. And he's like, you got the time? Like, yeah, it's 2:47. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, you waiting on the bus? Sure am. You know when it's getting here? I'm like, should been about the next hour or so. He's like, okay. Then he immediately gets into it, like, oh, actually, I gotta go over to I forget, what was it called? Something General. Let's just call it Tampa General. He's like, well, I gotta go over to Tampa General. I'm like, oh, is everything good? He's like, oh, my daughter, she got a bleed in her brain. Huh? Oh my God, is she okay? Which is a dumb question, I know, but dang, you're just very casual about it. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I hope she is. It's just bleeding her brain. And I was like, did it just like happen? He's like, yeah, it just happened. And I'm like, dang. And I'm not gonna lie. When he walked up to me, I didn't think he looked like somebody who like had a daughter. Like that sounds so crazy, but I feel like you know what I mean. And so he was like, dang, how long will it take to walk there? I was like, well, so we sat there for like another 30 minutes and the bus still hadn't come, which is when you're at the mercy of public transportation, which is exactly why I have glorious, meaty, amazing calves and thighs. And no, I'm not going to show you, child of God. I'm not going to tempt you to sin. All you have to do is just trust me, bro. Take my word for it. If you don't believe me, sucks for you. We were talking, he's telling me about his life, and he goes, yeah, like I actually have like millions of dollars. And I'm like,
bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye, bombastic side eye.
Millions of dollars where? I don't see it. He starts telling me about how he's got all these mods. Like, you play GTA? I'm like, yeah, I look you do. It's my favorite game to play with my baby brother. I'm actually known on the internet streets, and me and my gangs, our internet gang on GTA, as like the world's best getaway driver, because anytime my brother was being chased down by cops in GTA, he'd call me wherever I was at. I'd stop what I was doing, grab the remote control. Did I just say remote control? I just sound like somebody who doesn't even play video games. Oh my god, that is so embarrassing. Grab the. I don't even. I grabbed the controls and I would escape from the cops. His favorite escape of mine was the one time where he was playing as Franklin. No, he's playing as Michael, and we were being chased aggressive. And these cops almost got us. And then I literally like jumped. I like as the car was driving it. I didn't know you could do that in GTA. Jumped out the car and the car just kept driving. And I ran and just like squatted and hid in the bushes. And then the cops went away. He was like, "You are amazing." I was like, "I know." Anyway, this dude's like, yeah, like I got like millions of dollars, and I'm like, okay. Obviously, I don't make that face. I hope not, because sometimes I don't know what facial expression I'm making. Oh my gosh, just one time this girl showed me her boyfriend, and I felt so bad because he wasn't ugly or anything, like, but I think the face I was making prompted her to have to show me a better picture, which is so bad. It's just crazy because I don't even have a man. Y'all know this. I'm chronically single by choice. I'm not an incel, I promise. Realistically, think about it though. Like, if I had a man right now with everything I'm struggling with, how would I? Because I know I have all these dreams of things I want to do with my person, like places I would like to go with him, like things I'd like to do. Like I'd like to surprise him. Obviously, it's gonna be like a two-way street, but I also want to do my part to be an amazing partner, and I just don't have the ability to do that right now. Not mentally, not emotionally, definitely not financially. So yeah, that is my thing. That's why. I promise I'm not an incel. So he's telling me about how he has it, and I keep asking him, okay, tell me about this millions of dollars that you have. And then he cuts in the middle of the story. He goes, you think this bus is coming anytime soon? I'm like, it looks like it's transferred us to um, the next trip, because the one that we were supposed to get, just didn't come for some reason. He's like, shoot. So you think I should just walk to Tampa General? I was like, well, if you had started walking 30 minutes ago, you would have already been there, because you don't seem very much like somebody whose daughter has a brain bleed. And I came to find out his daughter's actually like a grown, not a kid. I'm like, okay, that still doesn't make it any different. But if my kid had a brain bleed, it don't matter if they're 50 or 5. I'd be shaking the whole universe to try to get to them. But that's just me personally. If I had a kid, like, maybe I should start walking. So he gets up, ready to walk, and he sits back down again. So I'm like, you know what? Tell me about the millions. He tells me how amazing he is at GTA, because I'm like, okay, we gotta play one time. And like how him and his friends have all like this whole squad, and they play all the time. And I'm like, you are a grown man, and you met a random young, I think I was 20 at the time, a young 20-year-old black girl, and you just felt the need to tell her how amazing you are at GTA. And maybe that was a little bit of am I reaching? Am I you are you on the same wavelength? You see what I'm saying? Maybe I'm I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I am. So that's another unique part of the Black experience, is how much everybody wants your rhythm and none of your blues. Thank you. I didn't make that phrase, I stole it. Oh.
You suck.
Anyway, people want everything associated with the proximity to blackness without actual blackness. You know what I mean? Everybody who is a melanated majesty knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, so people always felt the need to impress me, like especially like, even as a black girl. I know as black guys go through the same thing. So anyway, I'm like, so I keep trying to go back to them. Tell me about this millions of dollars, because you're a millionaire. But you know, another thing is like you can immediately. I forgot to mention this earlier. He was definitely on something. He was on something. You could see it in his eyes, how they darted up and down, left, right, straight. You could see it in the fact that he had no teeth. He was at least middle age. Yeah, I mean, you're not at the age where you start losing teeth, at least till you're 80. So it was something about that. And I was like, tell me about this millions of dollars that you have. I was like, maybe I can finesse him into giving me like maybe 100K. Basically goes on this entire spiel, and I'm not gonna make y'all go through that because I had to sit through it, where he basically ends it with telling me that he has millions of dollars in GTA money. Ooh, wow. I was trying to simulate a crash out, but I almost fell, which, as you could tell, yeah, this is exactly why you should not wear socks on hardwood floors. Yeah, I'll keep doing it anyway because I don't follow rules. I'm a rule breaker, as you can tell. It's way past my bedtime right now. My bedtime is 4 a.m., so it's not even anywhere near my bedtime. My sleep schedule better not catch me outside. I remember when he finally said that it was GTA money. I was like, oh, okay. But I think he caught that. Again, I think it was the face I was making because I can't always control my facial expression. The features of my face. I can't always control the features of my face. Y'all would think that I'm not an intelligent human being. You would think that I'm not articulate. You would think that I didn't go to school the way that I talk sometimes. I went to school, I did, I promise. Y'all have seen this. I have a college degree. Whether it was worth it or not, only God knows. Anyway, I'm like, okay, so you have the millions of dollars in GTA money. He's like, no, like real money. Like real money. You know, if you're anything like me, you often have to question if you're the crazy one. And if you often have to question if you're the crazy one, you are not the crazy one. You know why? Because the crazy people don't ever introspect. They don't question themselves. Because he insisted so much that he had real money inside GTA, that he was an actual millionaire, to a point that I started doubting myself. I'm like, maybe there's a mod in GTA that allows you to put actual money or somehow earn real money in doing it, which if that's the thing, y'all can let me know in the comments and I know exactly what my dream job is about to be, if that's a thing. But like, he was just like, yeah, I know, I'm a millionaire for real. Me and my whole squad, Cody has 20 million, Zach has 30, that Mark has 150 million, and I have the most. I have 200 million, and I'm like, oh, okay. The whole time I'm thinking, jobs. There's no jobs in the question with your squad. There's no social life too either. No social life left the chat. Jobs, everything else left. Teeth also left the chat, right? Because there's no way. And the whole time I'm thinking about Kira. We're gonna call his daughter with a brain bleed in the hospital Kira. If she was even actually a real person, only God knows. Eventually he's like, what time is it again? And I'm like, well, now it's about, I don't know what time I said before. Let's say it was like 6 p.m. because the bugs started coming out. So did the roaches and the lizards. That's how you know that it's 6 p.m. in Tampa, for real. And he was like, shoot, I think I'm gonna start walking. I'm like, sounds good. I hope your daughter makes a full recovery. He's like, of course. And then I just watch him just like saunter off, walk away. And I was like, it's entirely possible that entire conversation didn't even exist in his head. That maybe he was on some sort of trip on whatever drug that he was on, and he gave me a whole story. And it's also entirely possible that everything he said was true. But I sat there for a second and I really questioned, like, am I the crazy one? Am I? Which, if you have to do that, you're not. Trust me when I say, trust me. So, that being said, if you made it to this point in the video, I just want you to know that you are my MVP. I love you so very much. I'm very, very love you. Your attention span is not fried, and I love that for you. I love that for me. I love that for us. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? If you rock with me, hit that subscribe button. Get me out the trenches. Maybe I can find a way to pay rent through this, and then I won't end up on the streets. But hey, if I end up on the streets, we balling. We still balling. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gangster. Can't nobody do me nothing. Can't nobody do me nothing. I'm not. Seriously though, does this face look like it can survive on the streets? Let me show you something. These right here are my 3 children. This is Unk, this is Roscoe, and this is Shakori, the baby. Firstborn, secondborn, third. Listen, do we look like we would survive on the streets of Atlanta? No. So please, help. All right, stay tuned for the next one. Always remember that I'm very love you. You are so very loved. Don't ever forget that. Jesus loves you. Don't ever forget that. I love you very much. So, yeah. Until next time, bye.